You guys,
Sorry.
you guys are walking around, kind of chit chatting, and from what you guys know of this town is that it's clearly class divided, the rich from the poor, and the city never sleeps. It is currently probably like midday. Hold on 1 second. And you can, while you guys are on the docks, you guys can hear fishermen docking and sailors in general. And then, do you guys care to introduce yourselves as you guys are walking and talking?
Why, certainly. I got my little baby sitting with me right now, so you might hear her kind of piping in too. But what's up, y'all? I'm gonna be playing Brig Torbrin. I'm a champion fighter, level 5. I used to be Iron Route Bandit, and then I decided to put that away and instead use my strength to be a champion for those less fortunate or orphans and things, kind of reflecting my own upbringing. Other than that, you see me wearing some fine old chainmail, and I always have my battle axe ready. And I think I said it, but I'm a half orc fighter, and that's about it. Ready to earn some glory to kind of make up for maybe a bit of a shady past, and also, like I said, to be a champion for those less fortunate.
I'll be playing Requiem today. He is a Goliath, barbarian sorcerer multiclass, as you commonly see them. He's a big guy, grey skinned and almost 8 feet tall, with a gigantic maul on his back. He isn't armored at all. Instead, he is wearing a quite fine red vest, or at least it used to be before it got ripped open a few times, sewn back together by someone who clearly doesn't know how to sew. And he just seems happy to be in town again. It's been a while.
Okay. You see a Shadowkai elf and calls himself Grimwald, and he has a really ratty gray owl riding on his shoulder. He's you see a longbow. He mainly carries a longbow, and then you see a cloak of mottled gray, greens, and whites and blacks, and he just sort of usually uh, blends into the background. Mechanically, he is a 3rd level fighter, 4 level rogue. He will be your artillery for the adventure. And do you have an owl token perchance?
I'll get one right now.
Okay, thank you.
Oops.
Cloak is a tall, willowy, thin human wearing a series of leathers that he made himself. They're made from a strange material you probably haven't seen. The last clear thought that he had was waking up out of some sort of crash site in Icewind Dale. He crawled out from under it, found some strange creatures, stitched some leathers together from their hides, and he's been wandering around Icewind Dale for the time being until the rhyme ended, and has since wandered it back down into Faerun, trying to figure out and get his bearings in terms of where he is.
Sure. You see a 5'4", 5'3" dragonborn yellowish in scales, a little shiny. Has this jovial demeanor as he greets everybody. He's wearing plate armor. You see, he introduces himself as Rhys Milton Hershey. He is a paladin of the Oath of Ancients and also a bard from the College of Swords. He is a traveling salesman. He offers free samples of these strange small disc-like substances, whatever. They smell nutty and they smell quite fragrant. He tells you these are his creations, his buttered peanut cups. By trade, he is a chocolatier looking to make a name for himself. The recent economical change in Faerun prompted him to continue his business when he was mulling over giving it up, but he didn't, and now he's much more hopeful and motivated to continue on.
All right. Was that everybody?
I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah.
Jeez, I'm sorry for being a little bit late.
Oh, that's fine. You actually joined at the perfect time.
Oh, that works.
Can you please introduce your character?
Yes, I am. His name is Voronet, which may or may not change. He is a necromancer wizard. And I'm loading up roll 20 right now. And he is level 6. He likes to typical necromancer.
So,
Once,
sorry, go ahead.
no, then I just wasn't sure if someone was talking. Discord was being weird. Sometimes it. Oh, last session I had, it was. Never mind. Sorry, I wasn't sure my Discord was being. Apologies. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. And I have your owl on the page, and it can't be controlled by you. I think, Will, you were asking about that, right?
Yes, just needing an owl. Yeah.
It's right next to your character.
Okay.
Open. So as you guys are walking towards the docks, you guys hear commotion of fighting. A few spells cast. And can you guys see the picture?
Only black.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
tried
only.
using dynamic lighting, but apparently it's not for me.
Well, we need to have a token on the map if that's the case in order to see.
Oh, okay.
All I'm
Yeah.
seeing is the opening page.
I'm
I
seeing the
see
map
the map
now.
now.
Yeah.
Let me
But yeah, when you're using
refresh.
dynamic lighting, you see whatever the character sees. So if you don't have the token out that you control, you won't see anything.
All right. Do you guys want to drag your? Actually, I'll do that for you guys. Oh, I forgot I had that in here. So, I need to bring your owl real quick. I think I did get copied.
And
There we go. So you guys are kind of walking. What do you guys do when you guys hear the fighting?
Well, hold on, hold on. Let's see if we can interfere. Why does everything have to involve fighting?
You're the one who brought up fighting.
That's it, we're all like, would like to have a chance to get along.
I believe he just asked if we were going to do anything.
Yes, I hear something. Not too far, I believe. That's the unmistakable sounds of a fight. If maybe we can interfere and bring some justice if needed, or at least break them up if we can.
So
Looks like they're just regular roughhousing.
while you guys are walking towards the fighting, you can see Ford lie. That's worded weird. Four dead men lie, and one other crawls back towards you. The remnants of magical energy surrounding his hand. A group of rough-looking sailors confront the crawling man. Well-worn, sea-washed leathers protect their tan skin decorated with numerous tattoos. They seem surprised at your presence. The man lying nearby turns towards you, his eyes filled with a silent pleading. He turns back to his assailants. It would appear my reinforcements have arrived. The leader of the assailants clenches his jaw and grips the pommel of his scimitar ever tighter. Then they will die alongside you, heretic. And roll initiative once I get the timer up.
Oh, all right.
Well, we tried diplomacy.
Apparently, we have stumbled upon a situation a bit beyond our grasp. 2 arms, though. And for some reason, I'm having like a horrible connection to roll 20.
Lag.
Yeah, roll 20 is out for me right now.
Same. Yeah, it's trying to load and say, nope.
Yep, so I could roll here and
Glad it wasn't just
say what
me.
I
I was.
get. Oh, dang, my cat is attacking me. Get off me.
I heard that.
She wants
Hello,
to,
cat.
she wants to spike me, though. That's I appreciate it, but it starts to hurt.
Web page unresponsive.
I love
Yes.
hers. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one then, because I'm totally unresponsive.
A friend of mine
It
tells
was
me you have to
fine
close
yesterday.
the tab itself and then open a brand new one. Then use the same invite link. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll be a better connection.
Yeah, I'll go invite. See. Launch game. Flick. Loading. Oh yeah, I can see stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see, where is the one that I'm supposed to control? I'll edit him. Is that his picture?
You have to upload him into the Glingo one, or upload him in general.
I am, yeah, I'm changing the picture.
Okay.
But is this the picture? Yes, it is. And drag and drop.
Why did everybody just...
And then okay, there we go. believe we're all in the order.
Okay. So, Reese, you're up first.
Hi. So hostility has been displayed, and all right. Let's see. I'll take out a long sword, but oh, sorry, trying to drag my cards. There you go. Going here. This is one of the people displaying outward hostility. Yes,
They all are.
all are. Okay. Let's see if I can end up closer going over here. And I'll use my long sword. I will hit the one up top here, non-lethally. So it's
Attack which one? Sorry, I'm trying to give
this one, right up here
okay.
above me. Yeah, non-lethal force. So only to knock unconscious rather than outright kill. That should be automatically rolling, but it's not. Oh well. Hit for 10 non-lethal slashing. And second attack. More. That, yes, if it's the same, or the same amount. There you go. 14 non-lethal slashing.
Okay, so 24 in total. 65.
Yep. Those are both of my attacks, and I will end my turn.
All right.
He does more than make fine chocolate.
I didn't graduate from the College of Swords for nothing. Swing.
And Grim's.
So you had described something sounding like undead coming out of the water. That's the way that I pictured that. Is that what Ambrose Valson is here, the Mohawk guy? Are those undead?
No, they all look bandit like.
Everybody looks bandit like?
Yeah.
Hmm. And, well, can you put little dots to differentiate all the ones that look the same?
So this one is different. Hold on. How do I add little dots?
Right click. There you go.
So they're all the same except for this one, I'll say, and these two, and all these are the same.
Okay. So what I will do is target blue.
Okay.
I will have my rough looking owl fly over, peck him in the head, and then flies 30 straight feet away, which grants me advantage. Then
Nice.
jeez.
Woo!
So 15, 32 points.
32 points of damage. He just grips his sword saying this, and he uh he looks on death's door already. Not down and out, but death's door.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to duck behind that and stealth as a bonus action. Pass turn.
Rick run.
Vecron will move in front of this guy that seemed to be the one being attacked. And as he's walking forward, he will look to the blue guy. Hi, good to see you. My name is Vecron, but you can call me Bastard. And as he steps in front of the last guy, he will just clap his hands together and instantly start to grow larger. As he seems to grow from he's quite big, almost 8 feet tall, to at least 15 feet tall, as he quickens in large person on himself.
All right.
And he will then grab his hammer from his back and swing a booming blade towards him. So let's see, this is 20 to hit.
Hits.
For 16.
As his dying breath, in his dying breath, he says, kind of pitifully, dead by a bastard, and he dies. As you guys just hammer onto him.
And
He
that's
is
my
dead.
turn.
Cloak.
You said this guy's a little bit different?
Yeah, he has a bigger weapon, and he looks like he's mad.
Showing
Is he wearing
that,
armor?
that bare chest.
Is he wearing armor?
He
Doesn't look like he is.
looks like he's wearing hide.
Okay, well, let's try and shoot him.
Look at him baring his chest to us. Ugh, the audacity.
"14 hits for 22 damage.
The swarm will do a point of damage. And let's try and shoot him again.
15 damage.
Well, I did 22. So 23, so I did 46 total.
46 total.
Yeah. And I'm done.
Alright. This thug's turn. He will kind of cower a little bit, but he will go up to the humongous dude and he will attack with a mace. He pulls out a mace and tries to hit the big humongous person. Wow, I'm rolling like shit. 8 to hit,
That doesn't hit.
and then he kind of rears back and goes for another strike with his mace with 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
He kind of curses under his breath and then says, "Please, sir, don't hurt me." Bornix.
We can't hear you if you're speaking, Voronix.
Sorry, I was muted. My apologies. Okay, so one person did die already, as I'll make sure. Let's do a lovely animate dead. And since I'm level 6, I get 2 skeletons.
That's something you want to do out of combat.
Oh, does it? I mean, does
It's a casting time is 1 minute is why.
Fair enough, you're right. My apologies about that. Never mind, I will not do that. I won't. My apologies, I will just do... How are they sitting? They're sitting up, but they're in... Sure, I will move to here. Sure, then I will do lightning bolt. For 22 damage for 14 death save.
And who?
Both of those guys.
Is it like a cone effect?
Yeah, it's literally...
It's a line.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's literally a line. Yeah.
It's 5 feet
weird.
wide and goes like 100 feet.
I wonder why I didn't post the picture or didn't post the name. I'm sorry. My apologies. I will copy and paste.
20.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's...
roll 2d20 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would need to do a 14 death save. If they make the save, they take 11. If they fail the save, they take 22. They take 22.
Okay, so this guy saves, and this guy takes full 22.
Okay.
He's just seared by it.
Yes. Then I will... Sure, I will shove I have telekinesis. As a feat, I will bonus action try and shove him away. I'll put that up in a second. Action for a 14 strength save. And if he fails, I can either push him or pull him back 5 feet.
Alright. He saves.
Then nothing happens. Okay, I'm done.
Alright. This guy goes up to Reese.
Mhm.
And he pulls out his mace and tries to attack you twice.
Alrighty.
First one, 16 to hit.
Nope.
And then a 21 to hit.
Yes. I'll be taking the damage from that 21 to hit.
You
I'm
take...
sorry, I don't think I heard that. How much damage do I take from that attack?
I was a little slow at rolling the die, but it's so 8 damage.
Okay, taking the 8.
And then that's his turn. Torbrin. Or Brig.
No, either will do, really. But Brig will run forward about to here and kind of assessing the situation. He'll even kind of say out loud, I think we've shown our dominance by taking a few of their own, and perhaps I could add a little fear into them, and they'll lay down their arms. Kind of just saying that as fast as he can, and then I pull out a javelin, and then Brig will kind of exclaim as he lets it go, and it kind of shines out into a lightning bolt that he struggles to grab onto, and then as he does, he just hurls it through. And I'm thinking, well, It's up to you on. I mean, I guess if I did that, I'd probably hit Reese, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just take these two guys right here. Though this first dude right here, I'm using my javelin of lightning, and
Wait, dude, or
I'm sorry. I should point that out. My bad. The guy in the red here in the front, and then his green fellow is the actual one I'm targeting. And so the dude in the front will need to make a dexterity save. Oh, and then I just have to roll to hit the guy with the javelin, which looks like that's going to be
guessing a 6 on the dexterity save is a fail.
It is. Okay, so he'll take full lightning damage, and then the guy behind him, I rolled a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so they'll both take full lightning damage as you see the like Zeus's lightning bolt just kind of hurtle through one and strike directly into the second, and then the javelin kind of just turns back to a normal javelin and kind of clatters down to the ground. As far as damage, they'll both take the same, and so let me roll that out. So they'll both actually just take 9 lightning damage.
The guy you hit also takes the javelin damage as well.
Right. So just those two guys will take 9 both.
Now you get another d6 piercing from the actual javelin for the guy that you hit.
Yeah.
Oh, and the target. Yeah. So he'll need to make another dexterity save. Did the second guy?
No. You don't do dexterity for the javelin. He just takes the guy that you hit just takes the damage. So he'll take an extra d6 piercing because of the javelin damage itself. I think javelin is d6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a javelin plus the lightning damage that it takes at the one you hit.
Right, so he'll take the lightning, which I already rolled out, and then he'll take the damage, which I already rolled out. But it does say, oh no, you're right. It says excluding you and the target. Okay, so I'll roll another. Wait for that. Always down to do a little bit more. And so the target will take 13.
13 damage from the javelin. Or a total of 13.
Oh no, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm reading that wrong. My bad. That is kind of confusing how it's written. No, so I rolled too many on that. That was my mistake. So he'll just take an additional 8. So one dude takes 9, the other dude takes 17. Sorry about that. The front dude takes 9, back dude takes 17. And then and so by what I had said at the start too, I'm hoping that if anything, our crazy display of prowess, even me with probably the most impressive thing I can do with that, hopefully it will be enough of a show that maybe the next guy can talk them down if they want to. And that's it for me.
And this guy's turn. He will kind of see the lightning tried to push. He will actually go up to here because he can't go much else. He will attack the giant target. Which is Rekron.
Yes.
Does a 14 hit?
Vecron, as he's about to be hit, will give a bit of a grunt as a force shield seems to shimmer in the air as he casts shield.
Okay.
And it won't hit.
And does shield last only for that hit or until your next turn?
Until his next turn.
Okay, so I'm guessing a 16 won't hit either.
No, it won't.
It will or will not? You can't cut
it. It will not. It will not hit.
Alright. this guy's turn as kind of last act of defense. He's not willing to back down. He's showing no fear.
Idiot.
He will attack Euresis.
It's like I smell something delicious coming from this one.
He rolled 15 to hit with his great axe. I'm guessing that doesn't hit you. 15.
Oh, I did not hear that. 15 will not hit me if that's to me. Yeah.
Okay. And then the dude in the back will kind of finesse his way past his buddy to try and hit Brig twice.
Bring it on.
Does 19 hit?
That will hit me.
Alright.
Somehow he got past my defense.
For 8 damage on the first one.
Hmm.
And then I'm guessing 8 does not hit.
Thankfully, no. My chainmail and
As
shield
he
will help me out.
as he swings down on the last one, kind of overconfident, slams into the ground. Totally not even by your feet, just like right over here. Or more accurately, like right there.
See a fanged grin as I kind of wipe a little bit of the blood from the first blow off.
Okay.
Reese.
All right. I see. Which of these people are the bloodiest at the moment, or shown any signs of damage?
This one is the bloodiest.
All right, this one. I will go after him. Still
Okay.
choosing to go about this non-lethally though.
Okay.
Swinging sword. Believe crits, of course, and I know the rules of Paladin School. Smite. And let's choose. Let's choose a first level smite, and let's include a slashing flourish because there are enemies next to him. I'm going to include my burn a bardic inspiration to include this. Any other creatures that you can see within 5 feet of me, meaning I can target him, and him. And it goes to the bardic inspiration die. Yep, correct. That's 2d6 on the bardic inspiration die. I'll roll that first. Okay. These three take 7. No. Any other creature you can see the 5 feet. Yeah. So these three take 7, and then this guy specifically will take rolling with the first level smite. Clickety clackety. We about to get smite attackety. Let's go. He's neither fiend nor undead. Ignore the one on the right side. That is an 18 plus 18, 36 plus 5, 41. Plus 7, 48 total for this guy specifically.
He's gonna have a big lump on his head.
Yeah, as you slash into him
Bonk.
non-lethally or bump him.
Can you do it non-lethally when you're smiting?
I don't
I
believe
mean,
in
if the DM will allow me to, then yeah.
He has like that cartoon lump on his head that's like quite high,
All right,
and
lovely.
he is knocked out.
Lovely. All right, and I'm going to bonk second attack on this one up here is bloodier, correct?
The two that are next to you look the same amount of bloodied.
Alrighty. I will go after the guy to my north. Second attack for no smiting, no. 15.
All right,
And that will be it for me for now. End of turn.
Grimwald.
So Reese just nailed this one, yes?
Yep, and knocked out another dude.
Okay, I'm gonna send an arrow over his shoulder.
I exclaim, it's a good thing I'm short.
He's used to this. So that's what 24 to the guy north of Reese.
24 damage
Mm-hmm.
on this one.
On this gentleman here.
Okay. Uh, as you shoot your arrow, he will uh get struck right into the heart, and he is now dead.
Okay. And then I will hide again.
All right,
Pass turn.
Brekren.
He will look to the one who attacked him before. You should just lie down and surrender. Or this is going to go badly. And then he will turn to his north and attack the one who's been hitting on the brick.
Okay.
And he will do a booming blade. I assume a 21 is a hit.
Yep, hit.
That is 16 damage.
He is out of here as you boom blade him. He is dead.
And he will just turn his gaze back to this guy and smile. Turn.
Cloak.
So we'll shoot him. Don't know if that'll hit.
Hits.
Do another 4 from the swarm, so 21 points.
He is also dead.
All right.
As you. Are you talking about this one?
I shot that one, but my second shot's going to the one that's still standing.
Okay, so you currently shot that one.
Yeah, I currently shot that one, yes. And so second shot, take a shot. And that'll miss. All right. Yep, I'm done.
All right. Vornex.
Okay, I will just do a second level magic missile. Of the there's only one left, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, the only
All of them at him. That would be a total of 16 damage. Yeah.
All right. He's still standing, but barely.
Aw. I will then just pass. I want to bother like TK.
It is now the only one standing's turn, and he kind of spits out some blood and says, "Death is only temporary." I will be one with the waters. As he
Fanatics.
swings out to Reese.
Ooh.
He got a nat 20.
All right. That'll hit me for sure.
16 points of damage.
Taken.
And then he swings at you again. And he kind of swings again after hitting you, and with the overconfidence, he kind of just barely glances off of your shield. Like he barely hit your shield, I should say.
Alrighty.
He wasn't close to hitting you at all.
All right.
And then Brig.
Okay, so this fellow with the green dot he's the one that's unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brig will run almost his full distance to join by the side of his newfound pal Reese. As I go by too, he'll kind of, that was Rekrin earlier too who helped me out, I believe, right? He'll kind of nod towards you, thanks, as you see him kind of huff past, as he's also drawing his battle axe and just swinging with all his might towards this last remaining dude. But you notice that as he does, he kind of like turns it to the side just a little bit with the intention of doing more bludgeoning non-lethal damage. And looks like with my +1 battle axe, that's going to be a 16.
Do you need more than one witness or more than one interrogation?
You hit.
I don't mind killing when I need to, but if it can be prevented, that usually earns a bit more glory in the end. And with that, probably not enough. Too distracted with his
Can I play outside?
speech. He's only going to do... Look at my modifier so much. 7.
Can I play outside?
He kind of just thumps to the ground, non-deadly.
I have my jacket on.
Okay.
May I interject with him? Do you care if other people kill him, or do you only not want to?
I'm obviously just gonna be outside.
As many deaths as we can prevent in the end. You know, the onlookers usually think a little more favorably for us.
Fair.
I'm really trying to improve my reputation. I've done some shady things in the past, so it's time to do a little better.
Fair enough. Okay.
But I mean, here's a cup. There's at least 1 year for you, maybe 2. Do what
How
you
many were
must.
there?
Do what you must, Vornex.
Grimholm's gonna collect his arrows.
Yeah. How many were there, by the way? Do you mind checking DM?
How many skeletons?
Yes.
5.
Okay. I have a bag of holding, and I'm immediately going to just cast Animate Dead twice. I would be able to turn 2 skeletons into 4 actual minions. I'm 6th level, and the skeleton count is doubled. For what's it called? With the undead thrall. So I have 3 leftover skeletons, and then I'm going to spin up the other bodies as much as possible, and then shove the skeletons, the 3 remaining, into my bag of holding.
So, are the Popo coming?
As you guys knock out the last one, this guy who has just been sitting there, watching you guys, Uh, he says, "Thank you." Uh, I, I,
Well, out with it. Tell us, what is the meaning of this? Like it or not, I think we've been drawn into this conflict.
yes, as he shows a badge of the Mage's Tower, and he
Ooh.
kind of waves it around to all of you and all of the onlooking people. And everybody who sees that badge kind of just goes on with their day. And he says, "Official Arcane Tower business." And then he turns to you guys and thank you. Uh, thank you for helping me. I would. Sorry, I'm totally blanking on my notes. I am a mage with the Tower of Arcane Might. You may remember it, but it's right there as he points to a huge tower. And he was I was investigating death of a dear friend. You guys can make an insight check if you want on that.
Sure. Oh, and I have guidance, so everyone just do D4.
And
Bad.
and his friend's name is Drayson 5-star. Uh
5-star, you say? I'm not sure I've heard the name.
uh Brig, you can tell that he's not being totally honest about him being his friend. They were more like rivals.
Okay, so I hear a bit of an edge to his voice as he says that, and then I'll kind of look around at a couple of the bodies, and then a couple of the ones that are still their chests rising and falling kind of slowly, and I'll get a little closer to him, and I'm like, look, this clearly there's more going on than you're willing to tell us, and I'd be
Oh,
willing to bet my friends and I would help you if you could only share more. But there's blood on our hands because of whatever you are doing, and here's a couple more for questioning if you do need them.
and he was being completely honest about the death of his whatever you want to call him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I will tell you more tomorrow when you meet me at my quarters in the Arcane Tower. Uh, here's my symbol, and you guys can get a room at the Traveler's Cloak Inn. Um,
Do we
it's
know anything about the Arcane Tower? Other characters?
uh, basically that's where a lot of the
Mm.
No, no, I'm just asking if our characters actually know. I mean, me as a player, I know what it is. I was just wondering, in terms of if we're supposed to
your
know.
your characters know that a lot of powerful wizards and almost all of the wizards reside in this, or magic users, not just wizards, reside in this tower. And you're supposed to, as a caster, be a member of the uh tower, but for some reason, Salvar, as his name is, he kind of dismisses those of you who use magic, and not bringing up, are you registered with the tower?
I see. You got to be careful about some of the actions we take in the city by your speech. Luckily, other than my javelin here, I shouldn't turn too many heads.
You get the sense now, as you're recalling this, use of magic outside of being a cloak, as it's considered in the city, is outlawed.
Well, that's good
If
to
I
know.
remember correctly, it's arcane magic. Divine magic's still good, right?
Yeah, it's arcane magic.
Okay.
Divine is still good.
Okay.
Let me just put this away, I'll say as I kind of tuck my javelin back. You don't want to know where.
So do you guys, and he gives you guys directions to the Traveler's Cloak if you guys do decide to take him up on the offer. All you have to do is present this to the innkeeper, and she will help your needs. And then in the morning, you can show this to me or to the guards outside the tower, and they'll help you find me.
Is anyone else's Roll 20 still acting up? I'm just weird. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I did the same thing as earlier, just like exiting out and trying to come back in.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just the weekend, and I know weather. At least I don't know weather in different.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where they're based out of, but maybe maybe they're having issues.
True. Fair point. Sorry, I just let it go. Okay, I'm back. My apologies.
So do you guys accept his token? And he says that he has a job opportunity with the explanation that'll pay quite handsomely.
That's lovely to hear. And of course, we'll take the token. I mean, after a good fight, a good drink would be quite lovely.
So the Traveler's Cloak in for a nightcap, as it were, and then we can reconvene at this arcane tower.
That's
And
wonderful.
I will take my 4 skeletons and I will stuff them into my bag.
Yeah.
An extra stout drink. I think that's gonna call for.
So as you guys follow the directions that I'm guessing you guys leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, to the inn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Traveler's Cloak, please.
Those of you who are proficient in religion, as you take one last look at the dude that was seemingly led the other people that you guys subdued or killed, can make a religion check.
King's guidance.
Were you gonna interrogate the one guy that you knocked out, or
I
Yeah,
was
truly,
under
truly.
the impression that our friend here was going to take these fellows into custody and give us more of an explanation on the morrow. It
Well,
was not the most
the one guy that
satisfying.
the one guy that wasn't thrown into the bag of holding. You mean?
And put him in
There's
the,
actually
yeah, no kidding.
there's two that you guys knocked
I'd
out.
rather not think about what Vorinex does with them, but I know it's for the greater good after all.
Yeah. Okay. So, I was just wondering if Reese was gonna
Good.
interrogate him, or since he knocked him out.
Well, if we're granted permission,
Or is the
and
one guy
if
actually taking him?
Oh,
so if we're
and
granted permission to talk to them some more, I would like to try to appeal to their sense of reason. But if they are completely unreasonable, I don't mind switching tactics.
You get the sense that you would have more luck with this one than the other one.
All right. All right.
okay, so that one didn't die?
Uh,
Sure.
I'll
All right.
I'll let you guys make a whoever wants to interrogate him make a intimidation check.
Hide and guidance you.
What about if we ask politely and respectfully instead of using the threat of pain and death?
So I'm
You
intimidation
kind of-
is what I do well. So if it's okay, I wouldn't mind doing like a good cop, bad cop. And I only rolled like a 13, so it may not be that bad anyways. But if
Oh, roll a d4.
yeah, I did. I had that on. I had
Oh,
that on
my
too.
apologies.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it. Guiding me. But no, yeah, so I would just like shake one awake and be like, if you don't talk to him, you don't want to face me. And then maybe not the most menacing as it could be, but then just hands him over.
And I'll be all woof. You wouldn't want to get on this. You wouldn't want to get on this individual's bad side. Maybe how about this? Maybe we can talk. Maybe I could give you free samples of one of my latest works, Reese's buttered peanut cups, if you would be so kind. But if there's always the threat of pain and death. But I'd rather still treat you like a human being and speak with you like regular people.
both of you
Don't mind their friends. We gave them the same choice and they said no.
I'm sorry,
I'll
DM.
let
What was that
you
again?
roll, Brig.
Oh, I rolled a 13 on my intimidation, but hopefully that 29 persuasion there could make up for it. But boom!
Damn, that's a really high.
I'm a salesman. I have to be really convincing, otherwise I won't succeed.
good.
Yeah, he takes note of your, and I'll get back to the religion check real quick.
Okay, thank you.
But he all he says is Salvar is a heretic of the Queen of the Depths, meddling in matters best left alone.
Oh boy, we're in the middle of a religious war.
Oh no.
And on that Arcana check, the captain of that crew actually has a pretty big tattoo depict of a scene of a woman with the body of a kraken and the torso of a female tearing a ship in two with a stormy sea. And it kind of takes up his chest and upper arms. And with that religion check, the depicted woman, you can tell from like really old books that you read, is Umberly, Queen of the Depths.
So like ocean lady god,
What?
queen of the depths, as in like she's worshipped by ocean people, like people like mariners, sailors, or
Worship sort of a kind word. Most of the time it's feared, terrified.
Uh, you do know that there's a shrine to Umberly in the town.
Ooh. I see.
yeah, worshipped by sailors. Okay, a lot of fear. Oh, fun.
And the bandit says, sorry that I'm kind of all over the place, guys, but
Oh, don't worry about it.
he kind of pipes up again and says, Salvar will get the same treatment as we gave Drayson.
And they would still continue to deliver threats, even when they know they're down and out.
Is Drayson the name of the guy that the guy was looking for, or the guy thinks he was killed?
The guy that Salvar said was murdered
Okay.
a couple of days ago.
All right, so we're threatening to do the same to him. Let's see. That is a big no-no. Okay.
Unless we know what they're after now.
Yeah.
Makes it all a bit easy.
So after you guys sum this all up, you guys make your way back to the tavern or the inn of these notes are everywhere. Why can't I seem to remember or find it now? The Traveler's Cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of bordering the docks and like the high-end rich people area. And as you guys walk in, the inn is definitely a step above most of the taverns or inns in Mulmaster. The bar in the common room is a single slab of polished marble, and the furnishings are finely carved and stained oak of the highest quality. There are a dozen of booths and benches, of which are bedecked in plush upholstery. Each booth features a set of heavy velvet curtains for the sake of privacy, and a small bell that can be rung from the inside of the booth to summon the wait staff. The rooms are equally well furnished and comfortable. And as you guys are there, the barkeep says, "Hiya, what would you guys be liking this evening?"
We'll name drop the proprietor that's paying for our rooms. The guy that said he'd take care of the tab, right?
Yeah, do you show him the symbol as you name drop him?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And I'll look at my compatriots and say, a round of your finest for my hardy adventuring brothers.
Wine or ale?
Their choice.
Yes to both.
Wine or ale? Yes.
Yes.
I'll have the palest ale you can have in here. If you have it. If not, just a regular ale will do.
Oh boy, a beer snob.
Ah, you know,
I'll try that
it's
as
that
well.
9%.
So I'll take a dark. I'll take the dark ale, the wine, and if you have the pale ale, I'll try it as well.
The sampler patter, gotcha.
Ooh,
Uh,
don't mind if I do.
and you see the sampler pattern isn't really a sampler sized, it's more like regular sized portions, just a lot of them. All all of their types on regular sized tankards or wine glasses. And as you guys are waiting for it, you can see the prices of the rooms on like a little board. Uh, a single room is 12 gold pieces a night, while one of their suites are uh 60 gold pieces a piece.
Let's just get a suite.
Sure, we're
I'm
not
fine
paying
with
for it. Why not?
Dude, you are running his tab up. Okay, I like it.
He was dumb enough. He was dumb enough to offer.
Uh, with
Mhm.
so you guys are free to spend the evening how you want.
Yeah, like bring out the caviar and the nicest stuff on his dime, and then wake up hungover the next morning.
That's awesome.
Speaking of fancy caviar, I'd like to request access to the kitchen and a few hours to myself and
Uh,
their kitchen utensils and equipment.
uh, yes. What will you be doing in the kitchen?
I tell them I'll be making some more samples for my adventuring compatriots here. They're a fun bunch, and I feel like we deserve a bit of enjoyment. And I also want to try to see if I still got it. I haven't made this in a while. You see.
Fair enough. And seeing that you're here on uh Salvar's behalf, I'll let you. I'll just run the tab on him.
Excellent. So yeah, during the night I'm gonna do this.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna prepare some samples that provide actual benefits to the party. It's not much, but free samples are free samples.
Oh, this is the new stuff from Tasha's.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
gonna be
perfect because
just what we
this
need
guy
after a night of revelry.
Uh, so as you guys wake up, um, you guys.
Oh, well, before we go to sleep, I'm going
Okay.
to have a short rest cat nap. And then I'm going to do my animate dead to regain control of my minions before I sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so you don't open the bag of holding and skeleton comes out.
Yes. Yeah, very bad.
All right. Anything else before we end the night?
Being a roguely type, the windows, yeah, to our rooms. I'm gonna rub lard on them. The
Lard on
windowsills.
windows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you rub lard on the windows.
So as we
Oh,
kind
to
of
make the
go ahead.
To make them slippery, I guess, or to
Yeah.
cast a spell.
It's pretty smart.
No. Just I've got a can of lard in my backpack, and yeah, try imagine going through a greased window pane. Not fun.
Yeah, I guess. To note, it is on the second floor.
That doesn't stop most burglars.
It's like some Home Alone stuff.
Yep.
And Brig kind of busts out some dice, and he'll play a few games here and there with some of the locals. He's not really from here, but he kind of assessing the locals and just getting to know them a bit. Over a few games of dice, of course. What's a few silver?
There's a couple of shifty folk that come through and play with you, but other than that, you still have all your gold and all that. They're not that shifty.
Oh, I was down 20 gold at one point, and I finally broke even. At that, I was just not drunk enough, so I was able to back out. I didn't make a worse decision.
And the next morning, as you guys wake up, I'm guessing you guys head towards the tower.
Well, we eat the huge continental breakfast buffet on on his tab, and then yes, we will gladly head to
And the second I wake up, I will use my. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead,
I
my
would
bad.
like to bring a bottle of wine along with me when we leave this place. To keep warm.
Okay. If I get up, I'm going to use my staff protection to do mage armor on myself with the staff. Sarge.
Was that from Lost Mines of Pandelver?
Indeed.
Good series. Neat series.
Oh, and before heading out, if we have, I try to finish my share of the continental breakfast as fast as possible, and I try to spend 10 minutes doing this off to the side in the privacy of my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case, we never know.
And since she's waiting 10 minutes for that, I might as well do this as a ritual, because why not? And have my unseen servant carry my bag. Because why not?
The unseen servant is so unseen now with it carrying a bag.
True, but hey, you can drop it if need be.
Scene servant.
Yeah, seen servant.
Well, so I guess it's not going to be hard to find this Tower of Arcane Might, eh? Sun's a little blinding when I look up. Gosh, I gotta shake this headache off.
And of course, because it's the Tower of Arcane Might, it's very phallic shaped. Just saying.
Something's drawing me there. Get out of my head!
So, do you guys want to make a history check as you guys walk up to the Tower of Arcane Might?
The attempt will certainly be made.
So is that so? All of you guys recall that for centuries the balance of power in Mulmaster has been tenuous, and for most of these centuries, the rulers of Mulmaster treated the use of magic as something to be feared and controlled. And you guys know that if you're a magic user, that if you have been there for more than 3 months and cast a level 4 or above spell, you must join the cloaks of at the Tower of Might. Though doing so gives access to extensive library and laboratory, but forces them to register with the city's registries of mages and swear fealty to the blades, the 16 lords that rule over Millmaster.
Oh,
Wow, that's a
this is a requirement.
that's a lot for you guys to deal with. I don't envy you, but perhaps it could have its rewards as well. Let me know how that goes. If y'all do some of that stuff. Whew.
I might have to take a look at this. That seems quite interesting, and the tower is. Something about it, I find it beautiful.
It's quite mesmerizing. As much as I want to look away, I just can't. Ah!
Yeah, if you take a look at the tip, it's almost shining.
It's glorious.
It's amazing.
If we angle our view just as the sun is rising from above it, it will look like it's bestowing upon the land. And
Yeah.
I lose my train of thought as I imagine it.
It's
Right.
a dick.
It's beautiful. It brings a tear to me.
Is this what magic is?
I think so.
This is better than magic, my friends.
Ah,
It's a
another fine
miracle.
day to spend with my brand new friends, and let's see what sort of adventure we can get into in this glorious tower. Now I have a chip on my shoulder. Oh, you mind if I get another one of those little cups, Reese?
Oh, certainly. I'll distribute the stuff I made that's left from the intense cooking session I did last night. Let me see. Equal to your something something. Okay. The leftovers we have equal to 4, so I can distribute that to whoever wants it. They're mostly for temporary hit points, though, so if you can eat them now if you like.
I have
yeah,
my
nice.
vein. I think I'll be good with that one.
Okay.
Do you have like a drink you perhaps made? I ate so much back there.
We'll
Wow.
show the tower guards our little token.
Maybe I'll just give it some nibbles along the way, and yeah, he'll go ahead and eat it. He says a D8.
A high wall
For
surrounds
that,
Yeah,
the
that's fun as well.
it'll be a temporary hit points equal to my proficiency bonus.
Only
Yeah, the
4.
D8 is for short rests, but anyway, carry on.
Okay, thank you.
A high wall surrounds the complex of the Tower of Arcane Might. Alert guards in steel armor protect the large iron-bound door at the front gate. Looking over Silvar's mark, they led you into the campus of squat buildings surrounding a high gray stone tower. 2 massive statues flank the iron door of the tower. Their heads turn and follow your approach.
That's not creepy.
Upon entering the tower, you are greeted by an aide who guides you along narrow stone staircases, past numerous laboratories, and by meeting chambers crowded with hooded members of the Brotherhood of the Cloaks. Until you reach Salvar's scriptorium, Salvar smiles as you approach. Numerous scrolls, parchments, and an old waterlogged book clutter his desk. As you guys see the waterlogged book, make an arcana check.
Wow, my plus 6 is nice to not gotten over a 10. That's my actual roll. 16, and Reese, if you want to guidance yourself as well, that would work.
Alright. Oh, also a 16.
So Vornex, you said you got a 16.
Yeah, and Reese did as well.
All right. Anybody who got 14 or above, you glimpse on the waterlogged book. You can see a strange text written in an unknown language, and images of vast seas and strange creatures. As your eyes moves over the text, you hear a sinister whisper in the back of your mind, but it's quickly cut off as Silvar closes the waterlogged book he was studying. He then smiles warmly. So you guys made it. Oh, and with that Arcana check, you've seen facies of strange creatures and a sinister whisper in the back of your mind.
Can we try to discern the whispers, or is it just too low, too quiet to be heard?
They're too quiet to be understood, just
Fair enough.
very sinister sounding.
Okay.
And they're cut off when he closes the book and greets you
Okay.
guys.
I'll say hello. May I ask what an interesting book? May I ask what it is?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. And no, you cannot look at the book.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, good morning to you. Yesterday I heard some talk about a job and maybe another drink.
Well, you guys also asked for what was happening, why those people were attacking me, so I'll start with those. With a little bit of background, of course. My Drayson had recently discovered this tome in the ruins of a nearby tower formerly covered by a mudslide. Drayson referred to it as the Drowned Tower. He also this when he had discovered the ruin 2 months ago, he had disappeared while exploring it for nearly a month before returning a changed man. When he returned, he threw himself into his research and spent a great deal of time at a bar near the docks known as the Chalk, Rusty Chalk, talking about some sort water cult with the local sailors. He also spent a great deal of time studying this tone and other writings of the cult as at his private rented room near the docks. And then 2 days ago, Drayson had gone missing. Salvar had asked for him and heard that he had killed himself by wading his feet and throwing himself into the water near the Temple of Umberly. Uh, Salvar had gone to the Rusty Chalk to ask about his friend. He received no useful information. Shortly after leaving, I was attacked and saved by you guys. Any questions thus far?
Did you take a look at his room?
I did not look at his room. His room is not in the bar, it's at a separate residence.
Do you have that address?
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming you want us to go look around and see what's going on.
Well, yes. There's a couple of points that I can, or directions that I can point you towards. Uh, I don't believe Drayson's death was a suicide. Though I'm worried that the church had something to do, the Church of Umberley has something to do with his murder. And I suggest visiting the Shrine of Umberley and talking to one of the priests there. Uh, he
Now,
gives you.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this Umberly, I actually I spent some time. God, it feels like a dream now, but it was water deep, but it was like 500 or 600 years ago. It almost seems. We were doing some work for the Blackstaff there, and we actually had prayed to Umberly, and she did kind of save our necks there at the end. Sorry to interject, but I do look forward to this. Perhaps my past dealings with her may help. Who knows?
Well, hopefully that gives you an edge to whoever you talk to. Uh, then he continues with, could you uncover some clues uh, at Drayson's apartment? And then he gives you the directions. I don't know what you'll find there, but hopefully it's a little bit. And then I do believe that there's more at the Rusty Chalk Tavern than there was when I went there. People don't trust cloaks, you see.
I couldn't imagine why. You seem more than trustworthy to me. Despite this ominous tower looming over the city and everything, I'm sure, and all the restrictions and things, there's probably nothing to do with that.
And while you guys are investigating his death, I will look more into uh find the location of the drowned tower and what might be in it. But it will take me till dusk to find out. If you guys wanna find me later today, I'll have more answers.
So we'll meet back here later today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
We do something in the meantime? Like check out the house or do something else?
I would
Well,
hope
let's
you
go.
guys investigate while I'm doing this.
Let's go frequent the inn. We seem to have quite a proficiency in taverns.
I like where your head is at. Let's go check out his good old drinking place.
Alright, and he also gave you directions to that. Just trying to find the right page. Alright. So, as you guys enter the tavern, it's not a pretty looking tavern on the outside. nor is it on the inside. The odor of salt, rancid meat, and stale grog hangs in the main room of the rusty chalk. A bar sits along the left side of the room, while half a dozen tables are scattered around the rest of the tavern. Questionable liquids pool on the floor, some dry and some still fresh. Rotted ropes and rusted hooked poles adorn the walls. Above the door to the back room is a piece of wood, painted with two blue-green waves, one curling left and one curling right. And as you guys walk in, also uh the tavern owner greets you and with, what would you guys like?
I would have a cup of whatever goes for grog around here.
All right. As you
As soon as he turns around, Vecran will put a hand into his bag, pull out a small green vial, and quickly down it and put the empty vial back. Looking at this place, he'll drink an antitoxin before drinking anything else.
Okay. um and as he turns around with the grog, he oh, and you guys can make a religion check on the piece of wood with the two waves if you would like.
And feel free to dine yourself, Rack, if you want. The highest.
With whoever got over a 10 knows that it's another sign of Umberly, Queen of the Depths.
Okay.
Coincidentally, I was one that did, yeah. So I'll be like, yes, back in Waterdeep, we had offered some strange things to Umberly, and this does kind of coincide with those objects.
In that case, let's have a toast to the Queen of the Depths.
May she ever be feared and respected, surely. And they'll eat one of his little chocolates he has from Reese.
So, good tavern keeper, we have some business in a particular room, and we need discretion. And I will, as I drink, I will slide 5 gold to him. And we need you to forget we were ever here.
Consider it done as he takes the gold.
Does he give us like a room key?
He points you into the back, the door that was under the sign of Umberly is a meeting room, actually.
Right, but if I remember correctly, we were to search out a certain room where he stayed, or did I miss that?
Oh, he has a separate apartment.
That's what I
Oh.
thought. That was an apartment.
So we basically, this bar, the church, and the resident seems to be
Okay, but still.
As far as where Salvar thinks Drayson was last before his murder.
Yeah, but still, that'll get us unhindered access, and he'll forget we were ever here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that.
He asks, what are you guys not here for?
Just
It is my tavern. I do have a right to know, don't I?
Sure. We're just looking around, and I will name drop the guy and then give a description.
Who, Drayson or Salvar?
We were here to look after Salvar, right? He was the one
Drayson.
that Drayson. Yeah,
Looking for Drayson.
yeah. And any, I know you have to be discreet, but any information would be, highly appreciated.
Uh, he says, "Oh, I think I'd need a little bit more of a incentive, if you would know what I mean, to tell you
I'll
that."
slide him another 5 gold.
He says, "Yeah, it's working that night, as I work most nights. But
Never
he
mind.
he's always been here trying to preaching about some new god called the Crushing Wave, where some of the impressionable sailors began to listen to him many times.
Hmm.
However, he would get into arguments with the bar's clientele, who mostly followed and feared Umberly. Drayson's words were dangerous indeed. Though the night of his death, Drayson had been preaching his foolishness rather loudly.
So
I
10
I had
gold.
feared blood would spill as a handful of Umberland's
Mhm.
loyalists and Rida, the storm soother, the head priestess, were in the bar that night, and they said nothing though, but listened carefully about drinking and followed him out when he stumbled out that night. The following morning, Benton had heard, or I had heard, from a sailor that the Loyalists leapt on Drayson shortly after leaving the bar. They had knifed him in the back, wrapped chains around his legs, and thrown him over the rails into the sea by the shrine of Umberly.
Did
Subtle.
you did you say a name or just loyalist?
Uh, the head priestess, which her name is.
She followed him out, or I thought it was just
Uh, as far as you know, they all left at
okay.
the same time. Or as far as he knows, they all left at the same time.
What was
The Storm Soother.
what was her name?
Rida the Storm Soother.
Okay.
So we'll drink around and then start looking around, moving furniture, doing investigation checks.
Uh,
If there's anything we need to look at.
as you guys are kind of looking around, you can tell that this place has not been properly cleaned at all. It makes you almost want to puke some of the smells that you uncover, but there's nothing that you can find that would be important to the investigation.
Okay. At least we know he didn't off himself.
That's a start. But I'm thinking we maybe need to go check his place out.
Yeah, head for his apartment.
Yeah.
Anything fun to loot?
Yeah, these types typically keep some sort of journal or something from my experience. So, who knows? Maybe we'll find a recent account.
That should be more than possible.
What was everybody doing? Sorry, I
Headed to the apartment you had mentioned.
okay. Uh so you guys walk up to where the area that you guys were described, and you guys find a house that's fitting the description. with the door broken in.
Ah, I see he has good neighbors.
Like it is off the hinges, broken in.
Yikes.
As you guys enter it, sunlight shines through the cracks between rotten wooden planks that make up the apartment's rough walls. A narrow bed has been turned over and the straw mattress slashed open. Two chests have been shattered with great force, and articles of clothing litter the room. A large oak writing desk has been turned over on its side and cracked down the center. The walls have been crudely painted with the image of a titanic wave reaching out across a fleet of tiny ships under a unfamiliar sky. A series of words have been painted below in a strange dark language over this, and in red a single word, heretic, has been printed in common.
I see the Church of Unbelief has left their calling card. Search it out anyway, see if they missed anything when they tossed the rooms.
Can I please get
Well, 23 investigation. Nice.
uh 2 separate arcana checks and a religion check?
Apologies, I jumped the gun.
But actually sorry. For anybody who speaks primordial, make 2 arcana checks. Everybody, and a religion check. Whoever doesn't speak primordial, just make 1 arcana check and a religion check.
Okay, I got 20 arcana, 16 religion.
Yeah, no, they put the 20 arcana.
So
I speak primordial.
Oh, and
roll
we
damage.
your either guidance, your religion, and cloak. Guidance, your arcana.
Reese, you did comprehend languages, right? But I guess we could assume it was probably been longer than
And
an hour.
it's probably been more than an hour. Yeah.